Hello, YouTube. This is Hunting for Gaming and Technology. And today I want to talk about some stuff. This is just going to be a discussion video. It's going to be pretty quick. Well, maybe it'll be quick. I might start rambling for a while. I'm a rambler. But today I want to discuss that, AI is a great tool for everybody. But I understand the concerns of AI. In fact, Windows being embedded with AI is not okay. But anyway, that's a topic for maybe a different video. But anyway, AI should be our tools. They shouldn't be our replacements. And I feel like people are taking AI and just replacing it. They're just replacing us with the AI. And I feel like replacing the human with the AI is you're technically stealing money with a computer. And it's not, you're allowing for companies to be able to be like, oh, here, we have some AI code. Let's put it into Windows, basically. I can understand if companies really want to do that, but but what they should be doing is they should be like, oh, hey, we have some AI code. Let's verify it and let's take it. We could take it into consideration, maybe do some things with it. But what they really are missing is the value of validating, reviewing, and doing human comments and human checks on everything that AI does. We can't trust AI for, important things. Now, for the silly things, this is basically serious versus silly types of things. So, for people who are concerned, for people who love using AI, that's what it should be. It should just be people using it to do silly stuff. Not like inappropriate and disrespectful things, but silly stuff like trying to make text-to-speech make silly noises, or making silly songs, or, doing maybe some simple, serious tasks. But again, validating it, Googling it, and validating it. Not just Googling it, looking at the AI result, because again, it could be hallucination. But we need to take AI and we need to turn it into our tools. We need to turn it into tools, not our servants. Because we're technically using AI to start businesses. We're taking it and we're using it to, complete tasks in businesses. Even, simple phone, like receptionists. They're becoming AI, and that's not a good thing. And here's why. Hallucination. So, hallucination is a big thing with AI. You could be like, oh, hey, so I actually used to be at a job a long time ago that used to do that kind of stuff. I used to, be that person that would dial a extension to go to. You could be like, oh, so I need to go to extension 5555, or I need to go to extension 1111. I'm only giving examples. I'm not going to give out real ones. And, you know, with verification and lookup using like your worksheets of where you have all your extensions, you can ensure that you're able to go to the correct extension, and so can the caller. But with AI, maybe the AI thinks it knows where it needs to go, and maybe the caller can understand where they're going to be going. But guess what? When a caller's like, oh, hey, I need to go to the department that helps with, I don't know, maybe it needs to help with this thing where you have to sign papers, and, you know, like, people aren't gonna, know exactly where you need to go. Or, like, people aren't gonna exactly know where they want to go yet. Sometimes they'll need to think through what they need to do. What will the AI do? It will stop the person mid-sentence, think the person wants to go to a department that, the AI thought that the person wanted to go to. It will dial the extension, the wrong extension, and transfer them to the completely wrong department. This is exactly why AI should only be our tools, not our servants. So as 2025 ends, we're coming close to the end of it. We're getting close to Christmas. I want all of you to think, why should AI continue to be used within businesses for serious tasks? Why can't humans do most of the serious things that AI will mess up on? AI is technically still like a kid. AI will hallucinate. It will talk silly sometimes. It will not even, say the word that you wanted it to say correctly. Text-to-speech does that a whole lot. Like, if there's just a random symbol within a word, it will sometimes, completely mess up the word. And then it'll just crash out because of the fact that there was a symbol there that wasn't supposed to be there. It just... And people are using AI as well for interviews. Nope, that's a very serious thing. Interviews, especially, should be left out. There have been plenty of videos of people in AI doing interviews. I got to hear one. All I heard from that was vertical bar, vertical bar, vertical bar, vertical bar, and maybe a couple some odd words. AI is not ready, you guys. It's not ready for that kind of stuff, nor should it be. It should never be ready to do serious tasks. It should be our tools, not our servants. That's the phrase you should always think about when you're thinking of AIs. It should be our tools, not our servants. And we shouldn't be scared of AI because, AI kind of does some silly stuff, and it's kind of funny the way it works. But the reason why people are so scared of it is because of the fact that it's being used for some very naughty and inappropriate things. And no, just no. It shouldn't be used for that kind of stuff. There's a reason why Suno Like, there's a reason why Suno and everybody, are going through so much because of it. AI should be our tools. It really should be. I make silly songs every day from Suno, and it's so much fun to do. Will I release them? No. I'll probably put them on YouTube. I mean, I guess they'll go on YouTube Music, but I'm not going to release them and get money for them. No way. AI is not meant for taking people's jobs and being basically computer versions of servants. It should be our tools, just like how it always has been. It should always be our tools. But ever since the invention of large language models, AI has become more of our servants. And that needs to stop because, public LLMs have technically been around not too long. So, and yes, I know AI development rapidly grows, but that doesn't mean, AI development's growing very fast. We should make an AI speaker that helps people at the drive-thru. It's like, no. I've seen videos of like AIs racking up people's food and stuff. No. AI should only be used as a tool and for fun, to do fun things, not to do serious and basically when you're using AI to get money, to receive money, you're technically being lazy and not doing the job, and you're just getting money to get money. That just seems illegal to me. It really does. So, this could be a very controversial video, and I know there's tons of topics that are like that, but again, you all gotta think of this phrase. AI should be our tool, not our servant, meaning we should use AI for example, silly things, or we could use it for quick searches or quick, lookups, and maybe it could be your interview helper, not the interviewer. Never ever use AI within interviews, please. That is not okay. And like, again, it's almost comedy because getting to see stuff like that, it's so funny. But again, this is a job you're trying to go into. You're trying to go into a job, and usually if you're going into a job and you're getting an interview for someone or from someone, usually you expect to be the person being nervous and scared, but all of a sudden you just start hearing vertical bar settings, vertical bar job, vertical bar settings, job title, vertical bar. It's like, come on. I mean, that's funny, but when it comes to like serious matters, it's not. It's not, because jobs need to be able to, or people need to be able to be interviewed, and when AI is just messing up and malfunctioning kind of like that, It ruins it. It really ruins it. So again, I want you to think about this. AI should be our helper, not our servant. And honestly, to me, being blind, this kind of ruins it for me because I'm blind and, you know, I travel sometimes and I use Be My AI and I use all these cool AI tools. But again, they're tools, they're not replacement for my eyes. So I still need humans to be able to tell me where I'm going. That's why we have Ira. That's why we have, that's why we have volunteers for Be My Eyes. Because you shouldn't expect AI to be able to be like, oh, so you should be able to cross the street right now. No. So, again, this is going to be a very controversial video, and I've probably gone on for quite a while. But again, I'm going to say this the last time because people really need to understand this. AI should be our tool, our friend, basically kind of like our friend. You don't expect a friend to just, okay, here, let me say this. You don't just go up to a friend and be like, hey, you need to go to this job and just do an interview. Just do an interview with somebody. They're going to be like, wait, I don't have any information. You give them the information, but then they start reading the wrong thing if you don't instruct them. And I find too with AI, even sometimes if you instruct them, they'll sometimes like to go off and do their own thing. If something gets even slightly off topic. So you guys gotta understand that AI is very, very, very awesome. It's not scary because it's just a computer. It's just part of a computer that can now, talk because of code. But it shouldn't be scary. Why? Because it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be scary. It shouldn't be servants. It's scary because people are using it for very inappropriate things and very disgusting things, and corporate is using it for very weird reasons, and it shouldn't be used other than maybe just helping review code maybe. But again, it should always be humans that intervene and figure out what they want to do with their information. It shouldn't be, oh, let's just let this AI build this whole operating system. No. You have to prompt it. You have to give it what it wants to do. Or you have to instruct it. And if it doesn't do what you want it to do, you have to help code or help prompt. There's no, oh, we're just going to let this AI put everything into the operating system now. This is why, most likely this is why Windows now is so buggy and so upsetting to people, because people want to be able to like Windows. So, again, this is fully about just AI in general. But it should be used as a tool, not as, business, not as our servants. I mean, sure, if you want to do AI videos on YouTube, sure. But it shouldn't be used as, like, videos, like, every single video. Like, I have two AI shorts on my channel. But am I going to just mass upload them? No. That's not what I would want to do. I don't want to mass upload AI shorts. So, if you want to be able to use AI and have fun with AI, you have to, number one, not be so scared of it. And number two, you have to realize that if you're coming up to someone who's like, oh, I think AI should be put into every single thing, and you should tell them to think about this. Why should AI be our servants? They should be our tools, not our servants. An agentic AI is going to be our servants. That's why they're agentic. I mean, sure, that could help us a little bit, but you're technically having them do a lot of stuff for you, and you don't have any way to be able to verify that it did the work correctly. And even then, when you're trying to prompt it, sometimes it's just not going to work. It just won't work. So it just needs to, y'all need to just slow down and take the time to think. What is the deal with AI, and why are we trying to make it our servants? AI was built even from the ground up, before even LLMs. It was built to do some help. It was built to, help us, not be the servant. It was built to help. It was built to do fun things, like be part of video games. So you get to play against computer players. It was built for fun. It was built for fun and help and, joy. But this AI servant stuff needs to stop. Because agentic AI especially is really, 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 really going to be concerning people. Once agentic features get almost perfect, and I'm not gonna lie, LLMs, they're getting pretty good too. But again, there's ways of them hallucinating. Even if there's just the wrong symbol, or, ChatGPT did a silly thing not too long ago where if you tried to ask for a seahorse emoji, it would just go nuts. I would laugh at that. That was so funny. But again, it's just comedy and it's funny. But again, over and over again, I think every day, why are we using this kind of technology in businesses? They're not ready for it, clearly. Even just prompting it to do a simple thing like a seahorse emoji just breaks the frick out of it. So, AI will never be ready to be in the business field, other than maybe for video games or something. That's just how it's gonna work. I mean, especially incorporating it fully into an operating system is just having it as a core feature for the operating system. I think people should be able to choose if they want to use it. And in fact, I think they should just keep it a simple app, just a simple chatbot app, And if they want to be able to have the other features, you could download them from the Microsoft Store. They could be like a whole package. And then it would enable that stuff. But putting it on by default, come on now. Because not only does, especially on the Copilot Plus PCs, not only does it take up a lot of RAM, but we're still in the age where ARM chips are still kind of meh. And I mean meh. The first Copilot Plus PC, the first Surface Copilot Plus PC, people were saying that was trash. It did not perform well. I'm sure they're much better now, but again, when AI features are enabled, there's a crap ton of stuff going on in the background. It doesn't help. And again, we're going to be having agentic features in Windows and probably in the future on Apple devices, because Siri 2.0 should be coming out in March, from what I've heard. But we gotta be using AI as our tools, not our help, not as our servants. We still gotta be able to verify what AI does, and we still gotta be able to take the information with a grain of salt, and verify, not just by looking at AI results, but actually going onto a web page, checking the information, and making sure it's correct. I mean, we got to do that, because using AI in the corporate and just in general, we're still relying on our computer to do things for us, and it's like, they're not human. They're machines. I mean, sure, maybe in 500 years, sure. But even then, it shouldn't be relied upon every 5 seconds. We still need to be able to, take it upon ourselves to go look up that information ourselves, to make sure that the AI was correct, especially when it comes to reports or longer pieces of text and longer tokens. Because once tokens get extremely long, I bet you AI even accidentally hallucinates. Or even on purpose. Well, yeah, technically on purpose. It does it on purpose. Just because there's so much information going on. And again, even the highest RAM computers, they probably still have their limits with LLMs, because they really have to do a lot of work. So you guys gotta realize, this is a very big year coming up for AI. Will I be using AI for money? No, I will not. I will be using AI for what I like to do with AI, and that is to help me. To help just help me in terms of entertainment, especially. I love just being entertained by the way AI kind of breaks sometimes. But that's what it should be for. It should be for more simple things, you make a melody, you make maybe an accord, record it in your GarageBand or something, put it in the Suno, have the Suno try and cover it, put more instruments in there. And that can be your outline, technically. And then if you wanted to, if you had producers, or if you wanted to get producers, for example, you could upload and share the song to the producers. they could either be like, no, this is like really weird, or yeah, so we could take that into consideration. And again, with human intervention. This is a big thing, and YouTube, you need to stop with your AI moderation. I'm sorry, but I'm going to just come out right now and say that. We need humans to be able to help, or we need humans to be able to do human work. YouTube is a human platform. Humans created YouTube, not AI. And AI needs to be able to, be kind of in the back burner. Maybe, for quick moderation, like it used to be, like quick moderation, just to, kind of scan it, make sure we're good, and then send it off to the humans to really make sure we're good. That's what YouTube used to be like. AI used to just, scan it. And especially if it's like a bad video, it'd be like, oh, well, I see some bad things in this video, but I'm going to send it off to a human to get processed and to make sure that my information is correct. Because especially with YouTube right now, AI is taking down channels left and right. Some are even popular channels. So we got to do some work, guys. We got to not use AI for businesses. We got to use it for more like fun stuff and more, stuff that we want to use it, like, chatting too. Maybe just as kind of just a chat bot. Anyone remember Cleverbot? I remember that. So you could like chat to it kind of like that. Or you could do some silly things with it. Just have it make silly stories for you. Have it do silly things. Basically, I'm telling you not to remove it from the corporate. Maybe kind of help in quick situations. But with human interventions. Humans need to be the center of making sure that information is correct and is valuable. Not AI. Because that's why people are getting so afraid and upset, because especially with the most popular operating system in the world, it's everywhere. So we need to calm down with AI here. We need to not use it in so many places that it shouldn't be used. Again, it's the phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And unfortunately, because of corporate, it kind of broke. And now platforms are breaking because of AI. People just don't want to use it anymore. I'm sure that's how it is for some YouTubers. When they get shut down, they're almost like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. So, I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. I know I'm probably going to get some hate, but I don't, this is a very controversial situation. It's a very controversial, topic. But as 2025 ends, I wanted to talk about this because even like there's been like so many rumors of, oh, there's going to be like an AI plague, or AI is going to be taking over the world. No. How can it do that? It's only 3 years old in terms of like big LLMs. Big smart LLMs, because before that, LLMs were still kind of meh. So we kind of need to we need to kind of get our crap together, guys, and use AI as our tool, not our slaves, not our, not someone who we can just. If you've ever heard of taking advantage of, stuff, you shouldn't take advantage of AI and just be like, oh, well, I heard this from AI, or I heard this from ChatGPT. I'm going to use it in my document. And trust me. Oh, trust me. I've done that a bunch of times and I've gotten caught for it. So you really gotta figure out what you want to do with what you do with your AI and your accounts and everything. You gotta figure out what you do with your information. You are your own brain. Your phone, your computer, ChatGPT, they're not your brain. You gotta know what to do with your information. You can just automatically go and be like, oh, okay, so I found this out from ChatGPT. I'll just put this in my document. No, you gotta, this is why people can't tell AI videos apart, because they look so real. Because people are purposely taking the watermarks. There's a reason why there are watermarks in AI videos. There's a reason, and AI companies do that for a very great reason. Because people use it for very disgusting things and just not okay. And for corporate, that's, you need to be able to use AI for, quick help as well. You can't just, especially YouTube, you need to figure that out. In Microsoft, you need human verifiers to verify code. Stop injecting AI every single place. If people just want chatbots, which is exactly what a lot of people want, if AI just want, or if humans just, if us humans just want one app for AI, so either ChatGPT or Gemini or all the apps, really. Sure, just have the apps, but don't embed it in every single place there is in the operating system. Please don't do that. If you want to take a snapshot of stuff, go ahead, take a snapshot of something. Windows has that feature. But don't have AI do it for you. Come on. You gotta. Again, this is why. This is why AI. Again, this is exactly why AI should be our tools, not something you just slap onto products and services and be like, use it right now, basically. So that's kind of a little bit of a talk / almost a rant, and I'd say kind of a pros and cons talk, because I do like AI. I do like using AI for some fun stuff. But again, it's not going to be used to do this crazy, serious work. Finding videos of, especially that one of the interviewer and the interviewee, and the AI is being the interviewer. I mean, come on now, really? AI is always going to mess up, like, very bad a lot of times, and especially when it comes to the corporate side of things, no, just no. No. That needs to stop. We need to use AI for good, not just starting to be. We need AI to just be our tools. Again, it comes back down to that. We don't want our tools replacing us. We just want it to be by our side if we need it. So, yeah, that's it. I know this has been very long, and, this is just, if anyone sees it on YouTube and comes across it, thank you for watching, and I'm glad you got to, kind of spend time and listen to what I have to say. And, of course, if you don't like it, I mean, not everybody will. It's just their opinion. But I just felt like I had to come out and say something, especially since 2025 is going to be ending and there's just a whole bunch of rumors and all this kind of stuff. I mean, AI is never going to take over the world. I'm not going to lie. That just seems so freaking weird. That would be so, like, 20 million years from now, probably. So, there's no need to be afraid of AI. It's kind of a great thing to have, but it's hard to cherish it because of the fact that people just use it for the very wrong reasons. So, I'm going to end off again with the same phrase. Use AI as a tool, not our servants. And with that, I hope you liked the video. Click like if you liked it. If you didn't, again, that's your opinion. I know not everybody's going to like this. Please subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. If you're using a screen reader, you'll have to, next to the channel name, at least on iOS, you'll click the options button, and you'll move over to all notifications, and you double tap on that. And then on the computer, I'm sure it's kind of a similar thing. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really wanted to get some of my thoughts out before the year ends, because I'm telling you now, a lot of these rumors are kind of getting a little frustrating because I use AI every day to just help describe photos, and I use AI almost every day to just, get quick answers. But I'm never going to use AI to help me get money or to help me, do an interview for someone. It's just not, no. I mean, again, a practice interview, sure. But yeah, I'm getting back into another tangent. But, dude, I hope you guys have a great day. Whoever you are great and you are amazing. And I hope you have a great day. 40 pause record 4 face 0 face stop record.